They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Hancock-Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the South Alabama Jaguars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Mountaineers will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the South Alabama Jaguars offense will take the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Under fire! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass. Setting up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like, I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football. I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
And the Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the right. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. The Mountaineers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for the first down. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Swan. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his man. It's Clay. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. They're going to run it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on.
Lots of running room. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back.
He's loose. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quickly to the tight end. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Just inside the red zone, first and 10 from the 19. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. You got it. They will score. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the ground with the counter. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's South Alabama holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's second down.
The Jaguars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quick completion on the out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Thomas. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Jaguars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Hand off from the shotgun. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to throw, it's Swan. Caught over the middle, it's Dozier. Tripped up for the tackle. The Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Zings it complete to the right. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch. It's Scott. At the 45 on his way. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Jaguars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run.
When an offense starts to get inside the 5, defensively, I get more and more aggressive. I get closer and closer to my guy. I got to understand that ball comes out, and it's tight windows.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking to pass, it's Swan. Makes a grab over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Appalachian State. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Nice, just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Mobile, but let's just go with notable. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's head back inside Hancock Whitney Stadium.
The Jaguars will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Swan. It's complete to the left. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with second and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lawson. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle. It's Lawson. There he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on first and 10. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Jaguars can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Jaguars with the first and 10. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Scott.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Out of the gun. The running back has it. The Jaguars have a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on first and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Jaguars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this up.
Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Jaguars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Jaguars have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Alabama.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Hands it off. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Swan. Looking left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. A strike downfield. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Dozier.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Turning on the Jets. There he goes. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Mountaineers are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. And he's brought down after a nice game. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The give out of the gun. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Swan. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
And the Jaguars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. A third down try for the offense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
It's a turnover on downs. Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's Swan. Bringing the heat. Takes the easy completion. It's a seam wide open. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll leave it with him. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. The Jaguars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're going back to the ground. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And that is how we will wrap this one up. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.